Last one is, I'm a 20-year-old single guy who lives in the middle of a lot of cities where there isn't much to do. All my friends and other people my age who I know use dating apps, but I can't get into them. I've tried several, but I can't get into them. I have no motivation or excitement in texting a screen in comparison to when I'm talking to somebody in person, even if I end up getting rejected. My question is, do you guys have any advice for how to meet more people in person, friends or love interests? Because online doesn't really do it for me.
This person lives in a major city?
In between. I guess there's cities like around them, but they're not nearby.
So they're in a suburb?
Yes, or rural.
Harder?
Yes, so harder. The first thing is, and just this might not be a yes for you, but just so you know, you don't have to like have long text conversations. And I get that it's probably harder if you're suburban, but perhaps, hey, my dating apps have traditionally been a simple question. Do you like this thing? So take are you a big salsa dancer? Have you ever gone before? No, I've never done it. Cool. There's the spot where they have salsa dancing. Would you like to check it out sometime? Sure. Okay. How does Saturday at 8 sound? I agree. I don't want to talk to a bunch of people via text, but I might be interested in meeting someone. And I don't know how long the drive is for you, but if there's a cool place that you could invite people out to, maybe reconsider the dating apps is one thing. Just use it as a way to spend a little bit of time to know that you're going to meet someone in person.
Yeah, there are people who text for literally months and then do meet up with someone, but I would almost bet that it's more likely you see someone if you ask them out relatively quickly, because I think that the person on the other end of the phone is also disinterested in sending texts with a random person for a significantly long period of time that they don't know. For me, when I was doing this during COVID, I found going to FaceTime was the easiest yes, because it's such an easy thing to do versus, oh yeah, let's go to a bar or let's go drive 30 minutes. Just, hey, text a couple back and forth. You seem cool. I'm not a huge fan of texting. Do you want to hop on a FaceTime for 15 minutes sometime this week? And I say 15 minutes just to keep it short. Yeah. And then I talk to them and I see it's nice because it saves you that bad first date. You just see if you hit it off enough to want to see the person. Mm-hmm. And what's nice is I can't think of anyone that flaked after a FaceTime call. Like if you're texting, even if you're texting a bunch, maybe the date ends up falling through. But once I FaceTimed with someone, I ended up, if I wanted to go out, we ended up meeting up, I think, every time.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing, because I also don't want to text 100 times.
That's dating. And then beyond that, I don't know if it's still good, but back in the day, meetup.com would have hey, there's a hiking group going out. There's this. Meeting people over common interests is great. And it's meetup.com. So that's what they're there for.
Yeah. Also, you can go work. I used to work in coffee shops instead of working from home. I would still do my work. I'd sit there for 4 hours. But then if someone I was attracted to happened to be in the coffee shop also working, just gives you someone to talk to in person so you don't have to go to the apps. So I was putting myself in public places more often.
Yeah. So groups like improv comedy, that kind of stuff. But at the end, I do remember, I just recalls I used to have these Google Docs where I was writing things about what I needed in my life. And I remember one of them was location, location, location. And it is something that I take for granted because it's always been at the absolute tippy top of my list in terms of the decisions that I make. So it's become background noise to me. But if you live in a spot that you're I can't go to the improv because that's 2 hours away, and I can't go to this, and the coffee shop near me has nothing going on, then a priority of yours, if socializing is a priority, needs to be going somewhere where that can be done better. I've huge fan of this, and I've lived it. I've made dramatic changes in my life in order to shift my location, either within a city or city to city or from suburb to city. It affects everything. Mm-hmm. And I could talk about the finer nuances of it, literally down to if you live 5-minute drive from someone or a 50-foot walk, that's a 10x difference of how often you'll see them. Mm-hmm. But if you're not in an area where you can do these kinds of things, it's almost an infinite difference of how often you're likely to do something. So make that a priority. I would say if everything that we've said, you're going, I can't do that, then I think that you probably need to make getting to a different place a priority.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, when we were 23, I think, we moved to an apartment for the two of us that was 400 square feet or something, absolutely insanely small, because it was the perfect location for socializing and going out and having fun and doing all that. And then for that period of time, it was a great decision. I don't think that's necessarily what I would do at 34.
We downsized. I mean, we went to a smaller location. We went to the Lower East Side. It was expensive.
but it was
And-
awesome for that purpose at that period of time.
And it
So
was, to be clear, it wasn't a good apartment. It was a lousy apartment.
no, it was in a tenement building. It was stairs.
Yeah, it was
only and-
like the cool Lower East Side was all over here, and then it was like the not so good, and we were like right there. We're like, yeah,
No,
just across
the
the street.
ghetto that the Jews used to live in. People would come for a tour.
Yeah.
It was literally a tenement building.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I couldn't really like shut the bathroom door if you were trying to take a pee because it would hit you. That's New York though. Hope that you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to see more like this and have us do more podcasts, we are 100% funded by our generous patrons. And if you'd like to contribute, there's a link in the description, and we'll have one pop up on the screen right here so that we can do more podcasts where we have fun conversations and hopefully some deep ones like this. Either way, hope that you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.